Ayo, back at it again with another video. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. So, I recently I've been going down the alien UFO UAP rabbit hole. Been watching a lot of videos on that, and then recently there was a well, it was all sparked because of David Grush, UFO UAP whistleblower. So first, I want to talk about UFO versus UAP. To my understanding, UFO and UAP are essentially the same thing. It's just how the government classifies it. UFO stands for unidentified flying object, and then UAP is unidentified aerial phenomena. Basically the same thing, according to my understanding. However, David Grush recently went on News Nation. If you want to watch the whole video, you could find it on YouTube somewhere. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get any copyright issues, but I watched the whole video interview. I thought it was interesting. I didn't feel anything off about his body language. Most of the time when you think of aliens or extraterrestrials or interdimensionals or on a whatever in that like realm, you have to either take it with a huge grain of salt because it's either some government misinformation campaign or it's legit. Now, I want to believe him. I still take this with a grain of salt. I don't know. I would love to believe the aliens and otherworldly beings are out there. I want that to be true, but again, you don't know because there's so much misinformation out there. Usually, when you talk about this kind of subject, you're labeled as like a tinfoil, crazy kind of conspiracy theorist. But I really thought this was a really interesting quote. This is, I think, from News Nation's actual Twitter account. Yeah. So this is his quote. I thought it was totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. We're definitely not alone. The data points quite empirically that we're not alone. And throughout the interview, basically said that apparently the U.S. government has alien craft, and then when you have crashed objects, whether that's a UFO, unidentified flying object, or aerial phenomena, however you classify it, ultimately you have remains of bodies or remains. So, again, I want to believe, but again, this is such an area of misinformation. So let's kind of go through the Wikipedia pages. So apparently David Grush he was in the U.S. Air Force. Former intelligence official. So his background is legit. Like he's got the resume. He's got the credentials to come forward and be believable. Based on testimony he claims was provided to him by other officials. Government maintains a highly secretive UFO recovery program and is in possession of non-human craft and dead pilots. Okay, we keep going. He claims to have viewed documents reporting Mussolini's government recovered a non-human spacecraft in the late stages of World War II, 44, 45, which the Vatican and the Five Eyes. So, Five Eyes, that is the intelligence between Canada, United States, United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand. So, for those curious what the Five Eyes is, it sounds like some band or like some conspiracy theory if you don't know exactly what that is. Grush asserts individuals with whom he conversed shared the concern that American citizens have been killed as part of the government's effort to cover it up. Yeah, no. We totally believe that. That's legit. The government will go to great lengths to cover up their nonsense. And then after he came forward, NASA and the DOD basically said he's crazy, and that's par for the course. We kind of anticipated that. So a little bit more on his background. Decorated combat officer within the United States Air Force during the war in Afghanistan. and a veteran of the NGA, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and the NRO, National Reconnaissance Office. So he's got the background and the credentials to be legit. Interesting. So this was an interview with Ross Coulthart. Again, if you want to go watch it, please do. DoD basically said, yeah, this is nonsense. We keep going. Yeah, disinformation campaign allegations. With this kind of thing, you just don't know. Again, I want to believe because his credentials are legit. His story sounds pretty accurate. You got huge, alien, UFO, UAP, whatever phenomena. You got Roswell. You got a whole bunch of others, and low key, I kind of believe him. Again, yeah, I take it with a grain of salt because it's the government and they have this huge misinformation campaign against anything alien or UFO, but his credentials are legit and I kind of want to believe them, So yeah, that's wild. So apparently, during the interview, he said multiple, up to a dozen, I think he said, maybe 9 different craft, and then remains of those pilots. But yeah, hopefully in our lifetime, if aliens do exist, and I want them to, because that'd be awesome. Hopefully disclosure happens soon, because that would be cool. And if aliens don't exist, who knows? All right, that is the end of the video. I'm gonna say this. I want to believe. But who knows? We'll see. Apparently, the government has alien craft and the remains of that craft. So, with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.